Howdy folks, back again doing Jun stuff in our MTGO tournament over on the Value Vintage Discord server. This is our Wednesday event, and usually people bring out their brews for these, so I figured I'd try to get some testing in on a new build of this deck. Last time I played this, it was sort of a mix between like Boomer Midrange and Jun Sacrifice, and after some tinkering I've decided to take the deck fully into Sacrifice territory. So what is this? We're basically looking to do like artifact sacrifice stuff. We've got two different routes to make that happen effectively. The first is Obsessive Pursuit and Greater Gargadon, that package from last time. This card makes a ton of rectangles, helps dig deeper into the deck, and makes a creature huge if you feel like attacking in. So just like everything that this card has going on is exactly what this deck wants to be doing. And then Greater Gargadon is just like a sacrifice outlet that they can't counter, and then sometimes it's also just like a 9-power beater later on. So combination of these cards is super good. I still have the Biotech Specialist as well, because I really like doing the like combo kill thing that we found last time. This card feels a little clunky at times, but there are a lot of situations where it comes down and you can just win the game on the spot, so I think it's pretty worth it. Then we have some newer stuff. I've included the Cat Oven package that many of us are familiar with. Witch's Oven lets you sacrifice Cauldron Familiar, make a food, sacrifice the food to bring back the cat, and then you get to do that every turn. It creates a situation where we have infinite of one blocker, and a drain life each turn, which will certainly add up over time. To make that a bit stronger, we have Scavenger's Talent, which makes an additional food when we sacrifice the cat. It eventually offers an alternate win condition via milling if creature combat doesn't work out. And then even more, eventually, it creates this like late game engine that offers some like really powerful card draw. This card is absolutely nuts. It is so good here. It works perfectly with like everything else that the deck is doing. It just so incredibly strong. The other new stuff I found this week is this card, Tendrils of Despair, which is basically like a 15-cent Cabal therapy that can just like wreck an opponent's hand. Discarding 2 cards can really just make or break some matchups, and sacrificing a creature isn't a cost in this deck at all, especially with this guy, Veteran Explorer, my favorite green 1-drop of all time. When he dies, both players get 2 untapped lands, which is super good ramp. Most players will tell you like not to play this guy in Value Vintage because there's so many decks with basics in them, but there are very few decks that are able to capitalize on the burst of mana in the same way that this deck is able to. The rest of the deck, still working on both the sideboard and the mana base. Just a bit of a spoiler, but I've already changed these lands based on the results of this event, so by the time you're seeing this video, these will be different. Red-black is like super hard in this format, but I think I spend the majority of this video figuring out what this deck's like normal color requirements are and how best to address them. In the sideboard, I'm also still figuring out like what sorts of things the deck is weak to and needs to address. I've put in Harsh Mentor. I don't know if I had that last time, but this card is pretty good at stopping Nadu, and then there are some other decks in the format where it's like fine against. Kolaghan's Command has been really impressive at just like being a generic mid-range card that hits something in every deck. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, this deck is super cool, offers some very big brain plays, and I'm super pumped to show it off today. So let's get into it. Okay, round 1 today. We're running back our Jund Sacrificey deck. I made some modifications to it. I'm sure I've talked about them. We cannot keep a 5-lander with no action. So we will mulligan. This hand is quite good. What do we get rid of, though? Probably the Witch's Oven? Oh, I can't Inquisition into Biotech, which is unfortunate. I can play Obsessive Pursuit turn 2, though. I will do that. Alright, we're playing against Karma Burn. I don't remember what they are playing, but I played against them the other day. We'll find out shortly. Alright, they're on, like, Snow Pile. Although, I think they were on Sultai last time, and now they're on Bant by the looks. I have no idea what the correct take is here, by the way. So they will turn 1 Astrolabe. No, turn 1 do nothing. I think we just take this lose focus, because I can beat everything else. So yeah, they plains Astrolabe. I do need to be moving quickly in this matchup, because my opponent's deck is capable of recovering through and like fighting through everything that I've got going on. Alright, they drew land. They don't get to Codal though, which is good for me. Okay, do we Biotech Specialist here, or do we Tireless Tracker? Or... I think I'm just Biotech Specialist. Then next turn I get to crack my lander, and potentially other things as well. Okay, they drew 2 lands. And it looks like they are 4-color. I don't know if they've been 4-color, or if that's a new addition. But I'm thinking that this Plains is not casting Swords to Plowshares. There's a Cauldron Familiar. I think... So we can Gargadon plus Lander? We'll just do that. I would like to get this Tireless Tracker down before playing another land, but it kind of doesn't matter. I know he's got the Codal, so I'm not going to throw this away by attacking. In this turn, I suppose I can just crack a Clue token too, or this lander, I don't know yet. We'll vibe it out once we get there. He's drawn a lot of lands. Oh, that is potentially terrible for me. I don't actually know. This might do nothing. No, this makes it so I can't suspend. Or do my suspend trick where I sacrifice everything. I will crack the lander, just while this is still in play. Grab a forest, I guess. So now this turn, I get to Biotech again. Make another lander, ramp a little more. This lander, is that one worth waiting for the tireless trackers? Probably not, right? I don't think we're going to get much action out of these tireless trackers. Another astrolabe. I don't think it's worth remembering that he's got a Codal, like I know that. So we'll crack another lander. This one will get a mountain, probably. Tragic Trajectory. Kill my specialist. Interesting. So I can hit them for 8. It'll take them to 8 once the stack resolves. I'm kind of okay with that. Maybe I'll just hit him for 6. Keep one clue around. Well, no, I'll get a clue next turn. So this we always yield. What I said I was gonna get? Mountain? What do I need a mountain for? I have a red source already. Whatever. Okay, land that we don't need. Play Tireless Tracker. Play land. Make a clue. And I think we just cat. Um, okay. Wait. Did they sacrifice something? How does this card work? Oh, left the battlefield this turn, just anywhere. They don't need to sacrifice. Understood. Okay, that's fine. We weren't going to use that mana anyway. Alright. Everything continues to tick down. I will play a second Tireless Tracker. Play Forest. Get my clue. We'll attack. Or click through my combat, that's fine. They play Codal. Kind of flooded a lot, which isn't the best. I'm at 18 minutes. If this goes to a game 3, we are so losing the time. So we will simply play faster. We will draw 2. My turn. There's a veteran explorer. I'll play that. We will Inquisition them. See what's going on. So Vian's Reclamation and a second to lose focus. I do intend to cast a spell this turn, so I will get rid of lose focus again. We will kill Veteran Explorer. Give them a couple basics for free at no cost, no charge. Okay, so I believe that I can cast this. Yes, I cannot. Okay, because this triggers on the stack. That's fine. That will just live in exile forever. I will attack you with a Cauldron Familiar. And then I'll just draw a bunch of cards at their end step. I could really do with a Scavenger Talent, because that would mill them out. Tree Folk, yeah, so now the pressure's on. Alright, draw a card. Make my Tireless Tracker large. Okay, those are cards, I suppose. There's a Scavenger's Talent. Pretty good. Play this. And now we will use this to mill them out, assuming it resolves. I don't really have anything fun in the graveyard. I could level it up to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Level 3. And then we goose. We explore. And then we'll go to their turn. Oh, no, I will sacrifice my clues, actually. Or I could sacrifice this Veteran Explorer and 2 clues. To get back a Biotech Specialist. Target you, target you, target you. I will set a stop in my end step, just because we do have a Biotech Specialist out now. And I have a bunch of artifacts. How many artifacts am I going to have? Alright, there at 7, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts, which sucks for me. Okay, this Savine's Reclamation. So with that on the stack, actually, Cauldron Familiar is the last hit. So we will allow that to return. Always yield to this. And then Greater Gargadon sacrifices 3 artifacts. Okay, and there's the first one. So now we just have to not lose. We'll bring in Kolaghan's Command. I think we'll bring in Duress because this version is a lot more non-creature oriented than his previous version was. Man, I kind of still want everything though. Like, I don't think there's anything to trim. I'll just put the Kolaghan's in. Maybe take out a Gargadon. No, Gargadon's pretty good. We'll take out a Gilded Goose. Or is it Explorer? I'll take out an Explorer and like an Oven. Because I don't want Oven bounce back to my hand. Right like that. Alright, on the draw, we have turn 1 do nothing into turn 2 Specialist. Or Pursuit. That's not terrible. And then if I get any basic off of my first draw, I can play a little more efficiently. Oh, maybe not that basic. Oh, yeah, that basic. We'll run the cat out and then we will Obsessive turn 2. Rumble. There's a Gargadon. I'll play Pursuit. Attack with the cat. Spyglass is going to name Gargadon here. Fortunately, I have a Kolaghan's Command. So with Spyglass, you have to name a card, and something that they expressed the last time we played this matchup is that they would really like to not name a card and rather name a token. However, Clue Token is not a card, so you cannot name it with Sorcerer's Spyglass. Okay, so what do we do here? We Cemetery, Biotech, attack. Don't need this anymore. I assume he's going to be keeping up mana for like the rest of time to lose focus this Kolaghan's Command. So I'm going to try to maneuver around that. Tree folk, that's fine. They're tapped out, so I get to... What do I get to? We will Dragon Skull Summit. Probably make them discard, get rid of Spyglass, and suspend Gargadon. So you discard, destroy an artifact. Suspend. I could have attacked there, but I think I would rather do this at instant speed. Just to preserve my total options. Because otherwise I have a fat Cauldron Familiar that I would be incentivized to get rid of later. This is Uro? Yeah, it's Uro. They've taken way too long to cast it. Pay life? This is Tamiyo. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, so they get to... Oh, wow, they just bring it back. Like, straight up. Comes into play. That's insane. I figured it would go to their hand. Maybe I'm bad at the game. Pro tip, read your opponent's cards. That's a second biotech specialist. So now I'm just going to start beating them in the face. I'll pitch a lander. Always yield. Get a forest. Then I think both these guys are going to attack No, he can't do anything. So you attack Tamiyo, you attack them, and then you get to become bigger. So now we're just hoping they don't have like a Dead of Winter. Astrolabe. They do only have 2 cards. One. Cycle, so now we don't get to Uro either. Oh, have they played a land? No, so they can Uro. And I assume that's what they're going to do. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. They go to 12. I have enough to sacrifice 3 artifacts, which is, this will deal 4 each. And I can just take this 6. So unfortunately, I have seen the line of just doing the things that are in play. Clue. Clue. GG's. Okay, round 2 against Brad. I've seen this person on like a blue-red list before, but I don't quite know what they're playing, so we will play in the blind. God, this hand would be so good if I had a black source in it. Turn 1 goose. Turn 2 oven. No, we would have to sacrifice goose. We can't keep that. This hand is also bad. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Don't do 5? Okay, this hand is about as good as we're gonna get. We'll throw away the tendrils and a swamp. And then we ruin our opponent's evening with an Inquisition of Kozilek. Their hand is quite bad. I could use this Goblin Guy to get some lands, so I will take the Swift Spear. Yeah, I'm at 18. This deck recovers very well from, like, the creature part of burn. That is assuming that we can, like, do everything that we want to be doing. I'll just play my Scavenger's Talents and hope to draw like a cat or something. Cat would be the best draw, like, by a lot. Lava Spike down to 15. Goblin Guide takes us to 13. Gives us a Biotech Specialist, which we cannot cast. That is potentially the worst thing that we could have gotten. So instead of doing anything relevant, we will play an Oven and pass the turn. This effective mulligan to 2 from burn is probably going to beat our mulligan to 5. There's a Swift Spear. No spell. Good, no spell. We go to 10. Wouldn't mind a red land for Specialist. Oh, they're trying to cast a spell. Maybe? Potentially. Obsessive Pursuit is, once again, just the opposite of what I'm looking for right now. Because 1 lightning bolt and I die. So if they draw, we have a 66% chance of dying this turn. Which is fun and good. Alright, so that takes us to 6, 7, 8, 6, 2, dead. Alright, nice and quick one. Sideboarding, we bring in Duress and probably Radiant Flames. I don't have time to fuck around with Tireless Tracker. I'll take out a Pursuit, because it, like, actively kills me. And then I'm really just looking to assemble Familiar Oven here. I'll even take out a Veteran Explorer. Gargadon. Probably another Pursuit, honestly. I don't want to be dealing damage to myself. Okay, I will play first. This hand does have, like, most of what I'm looking for, so I'll go ahead and keep this. It will turn 1 talent, and then turn 2 hope to draw another, like, untapped black source, so I can do both of these. If not, I'll just play cat. Swift Spear, that's fine. I'll go to 19. Inquisition, that's almost something. So familiar, and now familiar plus talent is like infinite blocking of exactly one creature. Because it dies, makes a food, the food can bring it back. Searing blood, that's fine. I'll make my food. Take 3, 17. They attack to 15. And then I will bring the cat back at their end step. Go back to 16. Oh, there's the oven. Perfect, perfect. And now it's going to be very difficult for us to lose. I'll take an Eidolon, I guess. Triggers once each turn, so I get to do this both turns. Sacrifice, make a food. Make a second food. Alright, they play Eidolon. Did they play Mountain as well? They sure did. Attack with Swift Spear. I will bring back a cat. And I will block. Make my food, and I'll bring the cat back again at their end step. I'm at 17 right now, which is a great place to be against Burn. I do think I'm going to Tendrils them instead of... Ooh, that's really good! Instead of doing Witch's Oven. Especially with the second talent. Just get like the full 2-for-1. And yeah, like I'd take 4 to do this, but this cat gains me 2 every turn at minimum. They're probably gonna Fire Blast here. Oh, I don't know about probably. They could Fire Blast here just to like get it out of hand, but then they'll be Hellbent. And I've got my Witch's Oven, so I can block and sack instead of just relying on the block to kill the cat, which gives me another food. And then eventually I'll be able to start eating food as well. I'll get rid of Barbarian Ring and Lightning Bolt, so they still have Fire Blast. Bring back the cat. Go to 15. Go to block there. I will sacrifice. Make 3 food. Take 1, go to 14, and then back to 15. There's another Tendrils, so I can I can do it again. No, I'm actually going to level up this talent. So that we can start milling them and like actually trying to progress toward winning the game. I'll do a cheeky little attack here as well. Put him in a 12. I do have this specialist, so if I ever draw a green source, we're gonna be ripping through these artifacts. You. I have another mountain. Yeah, they're getting a little bit flooded. And honestly, I don't need to play another spell the rest of the game, so this Eidolon's not going to be doing a whole lot. Lightning bolt, target me, sure. You go to 9. I go to 13. I go to 11. And then I will go to 12 at their end step. Alright, due to the Land War waste, that is the green source I need for Specialist, so that is actually just lethal right here. We will play this guy. Take 2. I don't think he can like double Fire Blast me or anything. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is sacrifice my Cauldron Familiar, and then hold priority a bunch of times to activate it, sacrifice a bunch of food. You... Middle 2, please. So now we sacrifice food. Turn off auto yields. So that's 2, 4, 6, and 8. Alright, so we let everything resolve, and that is the game. I think I'm okay with this configuration, so we will just run it back. Yeah, there's nothing I want to cut. Maybe like Culligan's command for Vedex? No, we don't need that. We'll just run it back. Alright, this hand's quite strong, actually. I will keep it. We've got every turn 1 play in the deck. That's fine. Goblin Guido. Do I get a land? I do. Free land. I think I'll start with Goose. Or I can play Veteran Explorer. If I play Veteran Explorer, he will be able to use the mana immediately, actually. So maybe we do play Goose. I mean, anything we do needs to start with this basic forest. Block Goblin Guide. 18. I think getting this decision wrong will lose me the game. Goose makes a food. Can't really do anything with the food yet, though. I'll play Veteran Explorer. Because I can use the lands just as well as he could. And I have significantly more gas in hand than he does. So I think I'll fetch Swamp when this dies. So Spear. 4 cards in hand. So we don't just die to like Bolt or Bolt Fire Blast. Lava Spike takes us to 15. This will take us to 13. Which is fine. Because even 2 bolts after that is like still okay. What do we reveal? Which is oven. So that will be getting shuffled away, but that's fine. Veteran Explorer triggers. I would love to Veteran Explorer. Is it Swamp Swamp? I know it's at least one swamp, but do we get a mountain? So we can Biotech Specialist. Because this blocks pretty well too, it's got 3 toughness. If I get Swamp Swamp, I can Duress Scavenger's Talent. I can't do anything instant speed anyway. I'll get Swamp Swamp. Suspend Rift Bolt so they don't have like Giga Lethal. Oh, they didn't do anything. That rules actually. Okay, so there's a Duress. I think we start with Duress just to inform the rest of the turn. Because I might play Cinderglade to play Biotech, or I might play this to Duress them again. If they have a Fire Blast, they're going to use it. I could also just like Goose, eat the food. Oh my god, they didn't use the Fire Blast, that's crazy. The Sulfuric Vortex will destroy me, so I am going to Duress that. Which means what else are we doing this turn? This is for Duress. I could Goose Scavenger's Talent. That seems okay. Get rid of Sulfuric Vortex. Here's a Goose. Make food. Do we Scavenger's Talent? Yeah. I'm just like in the eating food phase. So Rift Bolt takes me to 13 or it kills a Goose. Okay, Rift Bolt kills a Goose, so he will attack for 4, I guess. And now I would love a cat. What do we reveal? Land. That gets me closer to a cat. 9. And there's the cat. Alright, so this got incredibly easier. So we Cinderglade, Witch's Oven, Biotech, cat. We start gaining life. I'll sacrifice the cat on my turn. We have 5 artifacts right now. Or 4 food, I guess, that we can use to do our trick with. See what we draw here. Another Witch's Oven? Alright, yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to beat this one very well, opponent. You're going to need a miracle. So we will always yield to this, not yield to that. So I can do my little trick. Cultural Familiar comes in. I assume they have some sort of instant speed removal spell here. And they're just like wondering which to use it on. Skullcrack. That is fine. I'll go to 7. I have one card in hand, so even if I take this Goblin Guide, I won't die. Make food. Alright, now we have this Witch's Oven, which means I just get to go loco. Sacrifice. Return. Sacrifice. I have... Yeah. So we will do our trick. Three, 4, and 5. That's GG! Okay, round 3, playing against Vivid Plasma. This fucker's usually on Nadu, so it'll be a quick game 1, probably. Ooh, never mind, I have Inquisition. And I'm on the play? Hot dog. Leading to 6? Damn. We might actually have like a 50% chance here. Well, we'll take that one. This turn, I don't know, Scavenger's Talent, Veteran Explorer? Yep, they drew Once Upon a Time into Nadu, so there goes game 1. We'll Llanowar Waste, Gilded Goose, Scavenger's Talent. Yeah, so we're like 0% for this, but we do have 3 Harsh Mentor on the sideboard. So, we'll probably be mulliganing to that, like, real hard. Ooh, Druid Inquisition. Get your second Nadu. Yes, please. Leave them with 2 lands and nothing else? Maybe we are in it. Who could have seen this coming? I don't have a way to sacrifice this, so like, it's just kind of chilling there. And now we will just wait for our inevitable demise. We need top decks, second Nadu. There's a Witch's Oven. We'll play that. Sure, why not? Level up the talents. I'll attack with a Veteran Explorer. Why not? Oh, that's a free damage. Then I'll Cat Oven on their turn. You mill too? I don't know if they're on breakfast or not. So this might come back to bite me in the butt. Mill Plains Nomad. I don't know, we'll just keep targeting them. Angel, so they are on breakfast. Do I have any creatures in the graveyard? Not really. I will attack. Play a mountain just for the purpose of sacrificing tokens. They play the island I knew about. Alright, I'll do a bunch of stuff again. Probably make a food with Goose. Oh, that cost me a life. That's a shame. And then I'll eat a food, I guess. Like, life isn't going to be anything they're concerned with. My life, anyway. Damn, I'm really just drawing nothing, aren't I? I'll attack for 2. And pass turn. Interesting that they had a plains and island in deck, but didn't fetch off of... Never mind, I didn't sacrifice my Veteran Explorer yet. That's why they didn't fetch off of it. I worked a 13-hour shift today. Alright, opponent, after thinking for some time, has played a Gene Pollinator, which is the 3rd creature they need to dread return. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. But, so they dread return, get back Angel. Then Angel gets back Meddling Mage Nomads. It doesn't do anything. So they just get back Nadu, sure. We'll yield to those. And now they're going to do Nadu stuff a little bit. Anointed Peacekeeper. I can name my cards. So I'll do all my stuff now, I suppose. Alright, I'll just mill him for 12. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but like... I'll make it happen. Yeah, they got a Narco. I don't know how many Dread Returns are in their list, so I don't know how much milling them out is gonna matter. Now what do they name with this Peacekeeper? Alright, they named the Cauldron Familiar, which is fine. That's why we did what we did. And now I have no other plays, so I'll just let them go off. See what they can do with their 16 cards. Okay, we get another turn. Wasn't expecting that. They have 13 cards left, so I will level up my talent, play a goose, and I guess I'll just try to mill them. I'll sacrifice Milieu. I will pay my 2. And sacrifice a food. Milieu. It gets him down to... Oh my god, I'm 1 card short. Oh, that's devastating. I don't have a way to sacrifice anything else. It's a shame. So I will sacrifice Veteran Explorer, Cauldron Familiar, Gilded Goose, and then return Cauldron Familiar, I guess. So do that, Milieu. That's so unfortunate. Because they can just play their Ladman and draw a card. Sure, I'll get some basics. Oh wait. I can sacrifice my food with my basics. Got him. Honestly, we never didn't have it. Sacrifice a food. You mill. Oh my god, my heart. Okay. We figured it out. We saw the line. And now the Nadu player... They have a Memories Journey, so they're not like fully milled out. Like they get 3 cards here. Will they be able to draw? They get Hojo. They have a Labman in hand. So they... How much is this? 1. Labman is 3. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4. To get Hojo. And then activate. Okay, so they do have it, but they need to do it, is the thing. And that's as much as we can do here. Like... It is good to know that they appear to only have 1 Dread Return. Yep, Labman. Get your mana, I guess, sure. And draw. Okay, I figured it out. That's fine. So we will bring in Harsh Mentor. We will bring in Radiant Flams. And Soul Guide Lantern? Get rid of Tireless Tracker. Get rid of 2 Pursuits. What else do we get rid of? Get rid of a Goose. Get rid of an Explorer. Because I do still want stuff to sacrifice for Tendrils. I don't think I'm going to win by a damage. So maybe we take out all the specialists. And try that. So plan A, mulligan to Harsh Mentor. Plan B, do anything else? I don't know. See how it goes. Alright, on the play for game 2. Well, it's one land, but I do have hella discard. I'll keep it. This Garganon's not going to do anything, but maybe this Radiant Flames does eventually. Oh, they're down to 5. That's good for me. Okay, so with them down to 5, I will Inquisition first instead of trying to play a creature first. Well, if I play Goose, I get to do both, actually, so I will play Goose. You can do whatever you want on turn 1. Alright, well, there's a Harsh Mentor, which is quite good. We'll Inquisition you. Nothing. Okay. Well, now I'll just hold up. So this turn I'm just going to play Harsh Mentor. I don't know what they have for removal. Land? Nope. Alright, there's a Harsh Mentor. See what they've got going on. Forest into nothing, which is great. Soul Guide Lantern. I could play that, or I could Inquisition them. Or I could just play a Cauldron Familiar. I'll do that. I don't see how attacking with Harsh Mentor goes poorly for me. I still have a Yavimaya Coast in hand. There's a land, which is something. I'll see what they've got going on. So they could, like, once upon a time, grab a land. I don't know why else they would be pausing here. Memory's Journey. Shuffle. Inquisition back. Sure. Now I assume they have nothing. Yeah, 2 Raft Traps? Dang. I will Soul Guide Lantern your Memory's Journey. Thank you. And now I will continue beat down. That's fine. Yep, we'll just keep getting in there. Attack with the cat too, why not? They play Yavimaya Coast. Smoldering Marsh. We will attack. Then I think I'll make a food with my goose. Sacrifice my cat to tendrils. Oh, I don't have black. I'll do that next turn. Another Cauldron Familiar. Alright, well, we will attack. Take you to 8. Tendrils. Target you. Sacrifice the cat. What do we pitch? Pitch both Rab Traps. That's interesting. I've drawn nothing but lands. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I'll just make another food with my goose and bring back my cat. Oh, he's alright. Well, he's just gonna KTH. That resolves. Well, that's one way to beat Nadu. I am going to bring in these Culligan's commands, just because they do blow up a Shuko, make them discard, blow up a Labman at instant speed, which, you know, might be relevant. For that, I will take out a Greater Gargadon, and probably one of these Radiant Flames. I don't think I need all of them. Alright, this is 2 tap lands, no red source for the Harsh Mentor. Throw that away. This is 1 tap land. Nothing to sacrifice for Tendrils. Honestly, fuck all going on. Oh my god, this is gonna be the death of me. Sure. Put 2 familiars back. Turn 1, I'm just gonna Soul Guide Lantern. There's a Witcher's Weapon. Turn 1, I'm gonna Cinderglade. And then if he just has the breakfast combo, you got it. Yep. Okay, Mountain, Soul Guide, Veteran Explorer. They play Nadu, that's fine. I'll play a Witch's Oven. Sacrifice my Veteran Explorer to get 2 black lands. You can have some basics too, I guess. I get my food. I'll play Witch's Oven. I'll play Cauldron Familiar. And then I'll play Scavenger's Talent. And if they got it, they got it. Alright, they go to attacks. Just hit with Nadu, which is fine. I'll go to 18. What is this? Another Gene Pollinator, sure. Leyline of Sanctity. This does say each opponent, so that's fine. Sacrifice. And then we'll return. Second Soul Guide Lantern. This really just makes it so I can't mill them, which is kind of whatever. Attack with Cauldron Familiar. Sacrifice it, get my second food. Keep my graveyard out, I guess. One, two, three. Just do this, sure. Nadu attacks. I get my cat back. Yeah, if all they're doing is attacking with Nadu, I win that race like 10 out of 10 times because I can gain 3 life every turn. The real thing is that I should have kept a biotech in the deck so that I can combo kill them. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Radiant Flames. Sweep the board. They float a blue. It's fine. What are we spending our blue on? Doing nothing? Sure. Another Cephalid. I think I am going to fully level up my talent this turn so that I can start milling myself and looking for a harsh mentor. They are at 12, which is notable. Is a veteran explorer kind of irrelevant? Well, it's not that irrelevant, actually. I get basics. Target me. Yes. I'll just grab 2 forest. Then I'll level up again. And pass turn. Yes. Actually, no, I do return a creature card. No, I'm not going to do that. Shuko. Sure. See, if I were worth anything, I would have sacrificed all like all my food that turn to mill myself a bunch and like actively search for the Harsh Mentor. You can mill however much you want. So we will save the Soul Guide Lantern for just the next time they do anything out of their graveyard at all. I don't think they have like instant speed maneuvering in and out of their graveyard. Nomads, sure. Is this the game where they got rid of their... No, it's not. Their, shuffle back in card? Alright, there's a Memories Journey. Oh, we're just going to 0. Okay, they have to Dread Return here. Dread Return hits Angel of Glory's Rise. So this will return all humans. They did get rid of Nadu, which is important. So this is a trigger. When this goes to trigger, I will exile their graveyard. And then they have to memory whatever. And we'll see what they target. I imagine it would be like Labman, Nadu, Hojo. Okay, so yeah, Labman, just Labman Hojo. Only those two, that's fine. So drawing a card with this was actually a mistake. I figured the 1 would be enough, which I don't think will end up being correct. Alright, you have an angel. You mill. You have a Dread Return in hand? Or a way to get things back in hand? Autosave crap. Oh, that's funny. So he just accidentally milled himself because he saved the targets of nomads. I believe is what happened. Another Memories Journey. Okay. Here's a Hojo. Oh, he's just gonna cast them. Okay, yeah, so he's got it. The second memories journey was good enough. Plays a Nadu. Then what? I don't know, he's got 6 minutes to figure it out. I'm sure he can get there. Sacrifice my cat. Bring it back. I'll get a second one. Sure, why not? Two tendrils. Alright, well, I would love a Colligan's Command off the top. It's my only removal spell in the deck. Veteran Explorer. Okay. That doesn't do anything. We'll sacrifice. Man, taking out those, taking out these guys was a huge mistake, actually. I could have won this game very easily if I just hadn't. Play Veteran Explorer. I'll sack it to get my lands. Yes. Okay, now I just sacrifice a bunch of food. There's a Harsh Mentor. That's not enough though, he's at 10. Yeah, I really needed to... Does Radiant Flames do anything? No. Yeah, I giga punted by taking out the Biotech Specialists. And also by sacrificing the Soul Guide Lantern. I mean, we'll make him do the thing, but... Sacrifice 3 foods. Target. Harsh Mentor. Yeah, there were several turns where I could have done something different, and then also the sideboarding, which I could have done different. So this game wasn't like lost by anything but pilot error. Like the deck was fully capable of winning, and I just chose not to. Okay, final round with our Jund Nic Fit pile playing against Toad. He is on he is on a land destruction deck. It's sick as hell. It's got like a Johnny Vengeant and Wildfire in it. This hand goes Goose into Biotech into Tendrils. Um, which is probably fine. Because Biotech gets a swamp for all my black cards. Yeah, we'll see what his deck can do. Hopefully, he can't kill a goose. Did he mulligan? Yeah, he mulliganed. There's an elixir, which doesn't do a ton at the moment. Will do later. Third Tendrils is basically just not drawing a card this turn. How valuable is 2 cards in his hand over this goose? I'll keep the goose around for like a turn. Alright, didn't draw a black source, which is just the worst thing that can happen to a person that is alive. So I guess we'll fetch one. And then what? Scavenger's Talent? I guess? Hit him for 2. Then I'll hit him for a 3rd. Okay, this is when... Alright, Power Stone, that's fine. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll have 6 mana for next turn. Don't love that. Dragon Skull. So I need to make a food. Yeah, I would like him to discard his whole hand. But if I do that, then I also have nothing. We do this. Black, red, level up. It doesn't even do anything, honestly. Yeah, I have to sacrifice the biotech specialist here. And it'll make a food for my goose to make the second black mana. Why is that text so small? Alright, make a food, you mill 2, discard 2. And then I make a black. Sacrifice you. And I will tendrils you a second time. Did we have the wildfire in hand? Yes. Okay, dodge that bullet. Oh, I should have played my witches up in there. That's fine, hopefully we don't get too punished by it. What do we draw? Great Gargadon. Well, that's something. If he goes to destroy all of my lands, then I can simply destroy them in response. Yeah, you get to do that. Back to 20, man, it's like I haven't even done anything. Here's your land. Obsessive Pursuit, that's pretty good. Start drawing some cards. Another Power Stone. Okay, I'll correct my clue here. I think I should be targeting me, but I'm not going to learn my lesson. And we will mill Toad until Elixir is in the graveyard. Alright, we officially survive the wildfire. Crack this clue, I guess. Just looking for anything to do here that isn't more lands. I guess having more lands isn't the worst because aforementioned land destruction deck. Bonders, sure. Ooh, elixirs in the graveyard. Hopefully there's only one. Draw a card. That's a biotech specialist. That is something I do enjoy. Take you to 18. And mill a little bit. We'll find a swamp. And now we are basically unaffected by a wildfire. Signet. Draw card? Or a Johnny? Draw card. Do nothing. Love to see it. I will continue drawing cards. Second Obsessive Pursuit, that's how we win games around here. So we do this. Play a forest. Inquisition. Just see what's going on. Swords! I needed that. Well... Okay. So I have 2, 4, 6, and then I can bring back the Gargadon and give him a bunch of counters, haste him up, and attack. So that is a correct scoop there. We bring in Duress here. What does this do? If it's not a mana ability. We bring in K Command. I think I'm going to go down a Tendrils. And I will go down a Goose. The other stuff that, like, makes mana is good against his land destruction plan. I'll take out a couple Inquisitions, because they don't hit as much. I guess bringing in 4 discard spells and taking out discard spells isn't that good a plan, so maybe we'll keep the Tendrils in. Take out a Gargadon, because he's got Swords to Plowshares. We'll take out a cat, and then take out a talent. See what this does. Alright, this is a 1-lander, and it's a tap land at that, so we cannot keep it. I won't even look at it. That sounds better. Keep this one. Put back Tireless Tracker. Or Inquisition. We'll put back Inquisition. I feel like this is one of those decks that's going to just give me 3 free turns. Well, I say that and then he's got a Soul Ring start. Okay. I just won't say anything next time. Tap land, more ramp. Oh, I'm gonna get wildfired so hard. Swamp. Goose. Pursuit. At least now we're drawing cards. For whatever hell may come. Prismatic ending. No, I needed that. Okay, now what? Tireless tracker? Make more clue? Yeah, I really could have done with this not happening. Prismatic ending on my Obsessive Pursuit is like probably the end of the game. This ornament? No, this is fucking wildfire. I cannot beat a wildfire. That's going to get rid of my whole board and my lands, leave me with 2 clue tokens and 2 cards in hand. We'll just try harder this time to not get destroyed by whatever that opening was. In fact, I will take out a tireless tracker to put in another Inquisition, just to try to prevent that from happening even further. I would love to play first. This hand is not keepable. This hand is also not good. I will keep it though, just because I don't want it to go to 5. Tap land pass? Oh my god, he had the Soul Ring again. Into the Signet again. Alright. Well, I guess we can't win the game, actually. Because our lands don't enter untapped. We're not good enough at the game for our lands to enter untapped. Clifftop, do nothing. Land? No, why would I draw land? That'd be too convenient. I am going to hold off on this duress, just give him another turn to draw like a wildfire. For the sake of fuck. Yeah, draw nothing. It's fine. And then this turn he draws wildfire and just destroys me. Okay, Veteran Explorer at least does something here. So we will green Veteran Explorer. Suspend Greater Gargadon. Sacrifice Veteran Explorer. And I'll just get 2 lands. Play Obsessive Pursuit. Okay, well, we're not back in it by like any stretch of the imagination, but we're not as far behind as we used to be, which is something. Excessive. Greater Gargadon goes to 8. Tendrils. I'll get rid of his 2 cards. That's not bad. Second Pursuit? No. I have to... I don't want to get rid of this Specialist, so I will just Second Pursuit. Specialist. Um... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I had an open black source, I would be able to Tendrils, sack this, and then also have enough stuff to sack to get Gargadon down. But instead, I'm just gonna hang tight. So if he goes to do like anything this turn, I can deal him a bunch of damage. And then this will come down with haste next turn. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. We are going to sacrifice. Always yield. Let it go. Sacrifice. So I'm just going to get rid of like all of these clue tokens and probably this food as well. Deal him a bunch of damage. Then Tendrils before this comes down. What do I want to do with this lander token? I guess I could just pay for it. Like, in the worst case. He only has 1 card, right? So, like, what's he gonna do? Remove. Tendrils you. Sacrifice this. And that should be game. Because he has no cards in hand now. He has no answer to my Gargadon. No wildfires, no engines, yeah. All mana. Sacrifice my food. Put Gargadon into play. Yes, please. I will make him a large boy. How large? A 27-25 with lifelink. That's the game! Alright, good games, Toad. That was horrifying. The 2 Soul Ring starts? My god. Alright. Well, let's go to the wrap-up. Alrighty, 3-1 with John Nic Fit tonight. Very good record. I'm very happy with how the deck played out. I definitely could have beaten Nadu there for the 4-0 as well, but I'll blame my several punts on having worked a 13-hour day. That's not me being a bad player. I was just tired. So what did we like and what did we not like? Veteran Explorer and Tendrils were both super strong. I might cut to 3 Tendrils, just because while 1 creature isn't that big of a cost, having 2 can be, and we saw in that one instance where I really needed to like play both of these. I had to sacrifice the biotech to fire off the second copy. Wasn't that big a fan of doing that. But I really like the times when like Veteran Explorer was basically a turn 2 like time walk, offering that additional like turns worth of mana. I do think that those turns in general are very underrated, and I would love to continue exploring that space specifically. Tireless Tracker, I'm kind of mid on. It does things that the deck wants to be doing, but it's also like super slow. If I find something with mana value 2, I might see about replacing that there. It is very good for the long game though, and it is a very scary card in hand when the opponent sees it when they're like casting Inquisition or something. I don't know why people tend to like look at this sort of card instead of, you know, the cards that actually matter. But this gets taken with Inquisitions quite frequently. So maybe it is worth keeping in just for that. One thing I am really looking to change is adding Gigantha to the sideboard. There's quite a few times where I'm like in top deck mode and finding like discard spells or mana dorks when all I really need is like either a sacrifice outlet or one of these guys that makes a bunch of rectangles. So having something to fill that time with instead of just passing the turn seems like it'll be optimal. I've already mentioned the lands being problematic, and we saw that in a few games. So I'm just going to try a new configuration there too. Copperline Gorge, very cheap. Go up to the 4th Llanowar Waste and then just get rid of these semi-tapped dual lands for stuff that like always comes in untapped in the first few turns. But overall, the changes to the deck seemed great. I love doing the hold priority tricks with both Familiar and Gargadon. That's not something you get to do every day, but anyway, I'm sure I'll be jamming more of this deck in the future. I've already bought all the cards I need to make it in paper, so yeah, we'll see how soon it is until it's featured again. It probably won't be very long. But until the next one, see ya!